Hello students, good morning. So last class what we studied? We studied what is atomic mass, what is molecular mass, what is gram atomic mass, what is gram molecular mass and what is equivalent mass. So equivalent mass is the number of parts by mass of the substance which combines or displaces directly or indirectly 1.008 parts by mass of hydrogen or 8 parts by mass of oxygen or 35.5 parts by mass of chlorine. So here we have also seen some example, that is the equivalent mass of magnesium is found to be 12. Whether that is in hydrogen displacement method or that may be with combination with oxygen or that may be combination with chlorine. So the equivalent mass of magnesium is found to be 12. Similarly, when I tell you about Al2O3, so in this case, find out the equivalent mass of aluminium. So I have given you what is the atomic mass of aluminium. So 2 into 27 parts by mass. We can say 27 gram or 2 into 27 parts by mass of aluminium combines with 2 into 27 parts by mass of aluminium combines with 3 into 16 parts by mass of 16 parts by mass of oxygen, by mass of oxygen. That means 3 into, suppose we expressed in grams, then 48 grams of oxygen combines with 2 into 27 gram of aluminium. Similarly, 8 gram of oxygen combines with, whenever we consider with respect to oxygen, then 8 gram. Whenever we consider with respect to hydrogen, 1.008, and with respect to chlorine, 35.5. Remember it. So 8 gram of oxygen combines with how many grams of aluminium? That is equal to 2 into 27 by 48 into 8. That is equal to 6. 2 into 3, 6. That is equal to 3, and 3, 27, 9. That is equal to 9 gram. So when gram, then gram. When we express number of parts, then number of parts. Then the equivalent mass of aluminium. Equivalent mass of aluminium. How much? That is equal to 9. Okay. So in this way, experimentally, if we discuss what are the equivalent mass of metals, then it is found that the equivalent mass of a metal is the ratio of its atomic mass and its valency. Okay, the equivalent mass of an element or the equivalent mass of a metal is the ratio of its atomic mass and its valency. And you know what is valency? That is the combining capacity of an atom, that is known as its valency, or the number of electrons lost, or the number of electrons gained, or the number of electrons shared by an atom to achieve the inert gas configuration, that is known as its valency. So you know what is valency? Suppose we consider about magnesium. So magnesium has electron. When you write the atomic number, its atomic number is 12 and its next inert gas is, nearest inert gas is neon. So to achieve the nearest inert gas, it can donate or it can give 2 electrons. In this case, valency is 2. And aluminium, valency 3. Sodium, valency 1. Hydrogen, valency 1. Chlorine, valency 1. So how many electrons? a atom lost, or how many electrons it gained, or how many electrons it share to achieve the nearest inert gas configuration, to get the nearest inert gas configuration, that is known as its valency. So in this way, equivalent mass of equivalent mass of an element, equivalent mass of an element equal to atomic mass by valency. Atomic mass by valency. Okay, so equivalent mass of an element equal to atomic mass by valency. So in the same way, if we consider the equivalent mass of elements like magnesium, so its atomic mass is 24, valency 2, so equivalent mass 12. Equivalent mass of calcium, that is atomic mass 40, valency 2, that is equal to 20. Equivalent mass of sodium, that is 23 by 1, that is equal to 23. And equivalent mass of oxygen, that is 16 by 2, valence is 2, that is equal to 8. So in this way you can determine what is the equivalent mass of elements. Next, how we can determine the equivalent mass of compounds. So if we consider the compounds, then the compound may be either an acid or a base or a salt. So if we consider the equivalent mass of an acid. So how to determine the equivalent mass of an acid? So the equivalent mass of an acid equal to its molecular mass divided by basicity. Divided by its basicity. Equivalent mass of an acid, equivalent mass of an acid equal to molecular mass by its basicity. So what is basicity? Basicity means the number of replaceable hydrogen atom. The number of replaceable hydrogen atom present in an acid known as its basicity. That is the number of replaceable hydrogen atom, that is known as its basicity. For example, HCl. Here only one hydrogen present, hence its basicity is 1. If we consider HNO3, here one hydrogen present, its basicity is 1. When we consider sulfuric acid, H2SO4, sulfuric acid, 2 hydrogen present, here basicity is 2. Similarly, if we consider phosphoric acid, here 3 hydrogen present, so the basicity in this case 1, 1, 2 and 3 respectively. Okay. Another thing, the basicity also you can determine. One acid reacts with how many parts of hydroxide ion, OH minus ion, that is also known as its basicity. So one acid reacts with how many parts of OH minus ion, that is also known as its basicity. Okay. So hence, how to find out the equivalent mass of these acids? So, equivalent mass of HCl, that is 1 plus by basicity 1, that is 36.5. Similarly, equivalent mass of HNO3 1 plus 14 3 16 into 3 divided by 1, that is equal to 63. 63 by 1, that is equal to 63. Similarly, equivalent mass of sulfuric acid, that is 1 into 2 plus 32 plus 16 into 4 by 2. 2 replaceable hydrogen. So in this way, that is 98 by 2, that is 49. So in this way, you can determine what is the equivalent mass of acids. Next, how to determine the equivalent mass of a base. Equivalent mass of a base. Equivalent mass of a base, that is equal to molecular mass divided by its acidity. For acid, basicity; for base, acidity. Because one base reacts with how many parts of acid, how many parts of H plus ion. That's why this is known as your acidity. So what is acidity? In the simple way we can define acidity: the number of replaceable OH minus ion present in a base, that is known as its acidity. Or a base reacts with the number of H plus ion of an acid. A base reacts with the number of H plus ion of an acid. That's why this is known as also acidity. So for simple remembering, for simply answering, you remember the number of replaceable OH minus ion present in a base, in the formula of a base, that is known as its acidity. So in this way, determine the equivalent mass of some bases. The equivalent mass of sodium hydroxide, NaOH. So that is equal to 23 plus 16 plus 1 by 1, because 1 OH. Hence its equivalent mass is 40. Similarly, the equivalent mass of potassium hydroxide, that is equal to 39 plus 39 plus oxygen atomic mass 16 plus 1 by 1, that is equal to 56. Similarly, the equivalent mass of calcium hydroxide, that is equal to 40 plus 2 and 16 plus 1 divided by 2, that is equal to 37. So in this way, you can find out what is the equivalent mass of bases. Okay. So if aluminum hydroxide, then divide by 3. Magnesium hydroxide, then divide by 2. So in this way, you can find out what is the equivalent mass of a base. Next, come to how to find out the equivalent mass of a salt. Equivalent mass of salt. This is the molecular mass of salt. Actually, for salt, instead of molecular mass, it is represented as formula mass divided by total positive charge on cation or total negative charge on anion, or we can say that is the molecular mass divided by total valency of metal ion. So in this way you can determine what is the equivalent mass of a salt. Let us look at some examples. Equivalent mass of sodium chloride. In sodium chloride, one cation and one anion present, Na plus and Cl minus. In this way, total positive charge 1 or total negative charge also 1. So equivalent mass of NaCl, its molecular mass 23, 35.5 by 1, that is 58.5. Similarly, equivalent mass of sodium carbonate Na2CO3. So 2 into 23 plus 12 plus 3 into 16 divided by. So here one sodium atom has ion plus 1. There are two sodium ion. In this way, total positive charge is 2 plus. Similarly, carbonate has charge -2. So the total negative charge -2, your total positive charge +2. So either total positive charge or either total negative charge. Or you can say total valence of metal ion. So metal ion has charge +1, 2 are there. So in this way, its equivalent mass equals molecular mass by 2. That is equal to 106 by 2, that is equal to 53. So in this way you can determine the equivalent mass of salt. What is the equivalent mass of calcium carbonate? What is the equivalent mass of calcium carbonate? So equivalent mass of calcium carbonate, that is equal to 40 plus 12 plus 3 into 16 divided by 2. So because its valence is 2, so in this way 100 by 2, that is equal to 50. Similarly, what is the equivalent mass of aluminum sulfate, Al2SO4 whole thrice, that is equal to 2 into 27 plus 3 into 32 plus 4 into 16 again. Okay, so sulfate SO4, so 16 into 4, this is for oxygen and this is for sulfur and this is all total for sulfate, and divided by, so how many total charge of total positive charge or total negative charge? Your 2 aluminum are there. So 1 aluminum has charge +3, 2 aluminum has charge +6. Similarly, so total positive charge +6. A sulfate, one sulfate has charge -2 and 3 sulfates are there. So for the 3 sulfate, the total charge is also -6. So in this way, total positive charge or total negative charge, so divided by 6. Okay, so in this way, the equivalent mass of aluminium found to be 57. So the equivalent mass of aluminum sulfate found to be 57. So in this way you can determine what is the equivalent mass of acid, base and salt. Next, how to determine the equivalent mass of some elements from its compounds. Suppose one question is given like this. 100% of a metal oxide contain 40% of oxygen. Then what is its equivalent mass? Then what is the equivalent mass? Then how we can determine it? Look here. So metal oxide that is equal to 100%. Then weight of oxygen, how much? That is 40%. Then what is the weight of metal? Then weight of metal 100 minus 40, that is equal to 60%. So now we can write 40% of oxygen combines with metal 60%. Then 8% of oxygen combines with metal. If given number of parts, if given gram, then gram, if given percentage, then also find out in percentage. Then 8% of oxygen combines with metal, that is equal to 60 by 40 into 8. That is equal to 12. Hence, the equivalent mass of the metal found to be 12. So, in this way, you can determine what is the equivalent mass with respect to oxygen or with respect to chlorine or with respect to hydrogen. Suppose another problem given, 111 gram of a metal chloride contain 71 gram of chlorine. 111 gram of metal chloride contain 71 gram of chlorine. Then what is the equivalent mass of metal? So with respect to chlorine, how we can determine the equivalent mass? Last class I have given you just one formula, that is weight of metal by weight of chlorine into, that is equal to equivalent mass of metal by equivalent mass of chlorine. Weight of metal by weight of chlorine equal to equivalent mass of metal by equivalent mass of chlorine. Hence, equivalent mass of metal, that is equal to weight of metal by weight of chlorine into equivalent mass of chlorine, that is equal to weight of metal by weight of chlorine into 35.5. Okay, so weight equivalent mass of chlorine is 35.5. So 35.5. So what is given? Weight of 111 gram of metal chloride, and this is your weight of chlorine. So as it is metal chloride, that is chlorine, then what is the weight of metal? So weight of metal equal to 111 minus 71. That is equal to 40. That is equal to 40. So in this way, 40 by 71, 35.5. That is equal to 20. Hence, equivalent mass of metal found to be 20. If instead of chloride, if oxide given, then in this way find out the weight of oxygen and equivalent mass of oxygen. If hydrogen given, then weight of hydrogen and equivalent mass of hydrogen. So in this way you can determine what is the equivalent mass. Okay. Next come to another part of this chapter, that is next come to another part of this chapter, that is mole concept. So what is mole? So actually mole is the standard unit to measure the amount of substance. So this is the unit to measure amount of substance. Mole is the unit to measure the amount of substance. And how can we measure the amount of the substance? So the amount of the substance may be measured in terms of number. What is amount? How many number of pens? How many number of pencils? So in this way we can measure the amount in terms of number. So amount is generally measured either in terms of number, or amount may also expressed in terms of mass or kilograms, grams, kilograms, how many kg of sugar, how many kg of rice, how many kg of anything else. So in this way we can measure the amount in terms of mass. It is also expressed in terms of mass. Amount expressed in terms of mass or weight, amount expressed in terms of number, and amount also expressed in terms of volume. So this amount is generally expressed either in terms of number, either in terms of mass, or either in terms of volume. Similarly, mole is also expressed in these three terms. That is, mole expressed in terms of number, in terms of mass, and in terms of volume. Okay, mole is also expressed in terms of this. Actually, this is not difficult, but all these are interrelated. So don't be confused. Okay. So what is mole? Actually, mole is the number of atoms present in 12 gram of carbon. The number of atoms present, the number of atoms present in 12 gram of carbon. 12 gram of carbon 12 isotope, that is known as 1 mole. That is equal to 1 mole. Or it is also expressed in mole. In some times it is also written as mole. Okay, so that is known as your mole. And it is found that this 12 gram of carbon contain 6.02 10 to the power 23 number of carbon atom. Okay, so in terms of number, 1 mole is equal to 6.02 10 to the power 23. So 1 mole equal to 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. One thing, so you know dozen means what? That is equal to, in terms of number, that is equal to 12. So when we say about dozen, 1 dozen of banana, 1 dozen of apple, that means that is equal to, this number is 12. Similarly, 1 mole means 6.02 into 10 to the 23 number of particles. Anything, if its number is 6.02 10 to the 23, so this is known as 1 mole. So in some books it is given 6.022 10 to the 23. In some books it is given 6.023 10 to the power 23. So 6.02 10 to the 23 or 6.023 10 to the 23. Or simply you can write 1 mole equal to 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. Okay, so 1 mole is the number of, that is the 1 mole is the number of atoms present in 12 gram of carbon. That is 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 number of carbon atoms. So in this way, 1 mole is generally expressed in terms of number. So whenever that is equal to, whenever I tell you about 1 mole, that means this is equal to 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 number of anything. That may be atom, that may be molecule, that may be ion, that may be any particle. So if this is 6.02 10 to the 23, that amount is called 1 mole. Okay. So 1 mole means in terms of number, that is equal to 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. Suppose I tell about 1 mole of sodium. That means 6.022 10 to the power 23. And this number is called Avogadro's number. This is represented as N or Na, Avogadro's number. So this is generally represented as N or Na. So 1 mole, that means 6.02 10 to the 23 number of sodium atom. Similarly, 1 mole of calcium means 6.02 to 10 to the power 23 number of calcium atom. 1 mole of oxygen, 6.02 10 to the power 23 number of oxygen molecule. Okay, so all these so in terms of molecules, 6.02 10 to the 23 number of molecules, and for elements 6.022 10 to the 23 number of atoms. So 6.02 10 to the 23, that number is known as 1 mole, as 12 is known as dozen. Similarly, 6.022 10 to the power 23, that number is also known as 1 mole. Last class I have told you 2 terms, that is gram atomic mass and gram molecular mass. Okay, gram atomic mass. Gram atomic mass, that is the atomic mass of an element. What is the atomic mass of element? To it, if you write gram, then that is known as your gram atomic mass. And this gram atomic mass is also called 1 gram atom. And I have also told you that gram atomic mass is called 1 gram atom, and that also contains 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 number of atoms. That means gram atomic mass is also equal to 1 mole. 1 gram atom means 1 mole. So 1 gram atom means 1 mole. 1 gram atomic mass means 1 mole. 6.02 10 to 23 number of atoms. What is its weight? That weight is called gram atomic mass, and this number is known as your mole. So this is the weight of 1 mole of atom. So in this way, this is the weight of 1 mole of atom. Hence, 1 mole is also known as gram atomic mass. 1 mole is also known as 1 gram atom. Okay. Similarly, another term I have told you, that is gram molecular mass. So, gram molecular mass, this is also called 1 gram molecule. So, that also contains 6.022 10 to the power 23. 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 number of molecules. So, in this way, and 6.02 to 10 to 23 number of molecules, that is equal to what? That is equal to 1 mole. So, as it is 1 mole, then gram molecular mass means what? Gram molecular mass means 1 gram molecule, and 1 gram molecule means 6.02 to 10 to 23. That means 1 mole. That means what? That means 1 mole equal to gram molecular mass. So, 1 mole. So, this is also known as 1 mole. This is also known as 1 mole. So, for elements which exist in atomic form, gram atomic mass equal to 1 mole. For elements or compounds which exist in molecular form, for that gram molecular mass or 1 gram molecule means that is also 1 mole. So, this is for elements which exist in atomic form, and this is for elements and molecules. Element and molecules which exist in molecular form. So, this is 1 mole, this is also 1 mole. Suppose given one thing, yes, so suppose question given, how many number of moles are there? How many number of moles are there in 88 gram of carbon dioxide? In 88 gram of carbon dioxide. So, we know gram molecular mass of carbon dioxide, that is equal to 44 gram. So, 44 gram equal to 1 mole. Gram molecular mass of carbon dioxide 44 gram. So, 44 gram equal to 1 mole. Then, 88 gram of carbon dioxide, that is equal to 44 by 1, 44 by, sorry. So, 44 gram equal to 1 mole, then 88 gram of carbon dioxide, 1 by 44 into 88, that is equal to 2 mole. So, 88 gram of carbon dioxide equal to 2 mole. Suppose given 3.01 into 10 to the power 22 number of silicon atoms are there. So, express it in terms of mole. Then how many moles are there? So, we know 6.02 10 to the power 23 equal to 1 mole. Then 3.01 10 to the power 23 equal to how many mole? 1 by 6.02 10 to the power 23 into 3.01 10 to the power 10 to the power 22. So, this is 2, 1 by 2 into 10 to the power minus 1. This is 22, 23. So, 3.01, 6.02. So, 1 by 2, 10 to the power minus 1. 1 by 2, there is 0.5, 10 to the power minus 1, or 5 into 10 to the power minus 2 mole. So in this way you can determine the number of moles. And another thing, so when we consider the gram molecular mass of any gas, so it has volume at NTP, normal temperature and pressure. It has volume 22.4 liter. That is known as its gram molecular volume. Okay, so gram molecular mass of any gas at NTP has volume 22.4 liter. This is also known as gram molecular volume. NTP, what is NTP? NTP means normal temperature and pressure. Temperature and pressure. So it is considered that this temperature being taken 0 degree Celsius or 273 Kelvin and pressure taken 1 atmospheric pressure. So this much of pressure and this much of temperature is known as, that condition is known as normal temperature pressure. And in this condition, if we take the gram molecular volume of a gas, if we take gram molecular mass of a gas, then it has volume always 22.4 liter. Whatever gas you take, if you take hydrogen at NTP, it has volume 22.4 liter. If you take oxygen, it has also volume 22.4 liter. If you take carbon dioxide, it has also volume 22.4 liter. Another thing, this gram molecular mass is also known as 1 mole. 1 mole. So this volume is 22.4 liter. It is also known as 1 mole. And this is also known as gram molecular volume. This gram molecular volume is known as 1 mole. Gram molecular mass is known as 1 mole. So what we know here? So here we know mole is expressed in terms of number, mole is expressed in terms of weight, mole is expressed in terms of volume, but that is for gases. Okay, so mole. So mole means 6.02 10 to the power 23 number. In terms of number, mole is this one. And in terms of okay, so 1 mole means 6.02 to 10 to the power 23 number of particles. That may be atom, ion, molecule. That is in terms of number. Gram atomic mass or 1 gram atom in terms of weight. In terms of weight. In terms of weight. And in terms of weight also, in terms of weight, it is also gram molecular mass. It is also gram molecular mass or 1 gram molecule. Gram molecular mass means 1 gram molecule. Okay. So another, in terms of volume, 1 mole is equal to 22.4 liter. That is also called gram molecular volume. It is also called gram molecular volume. So mole is expressed in different way in terms of number, that is 6.02 10 to the 23, in terms of weight, that is gram atomic mass or gram molecular mass. If element, gram atomic mass. If molecule, then gram molecular mass. And in terms of volume, 22.4 liter, that is gram molecular mass. Remember, this is only applicable for gases, not for liquid. For example, water exists as liquid. Water exists liquid. So 1 mole of water. 1 mole of water means that does not equal to 22.4 liter. So for water, 1 mole of water means that is equal to its gram molecular mass, that is equal to 18 gram. And in terms of number, that is equal to 6.022 10 to the 23 number of water molecules, but volume not equal to 22.4 liter. Okay, so 1 mole of water means 18 gram, or that is equal to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 number of water molecules. So for today, up to this relation, in the next class we will discuss what are different problems on mole concept.